V8. The car has V8 engine, 480 horsepower. They ask you now, what does that V8 mean? Can you explain? If you are one of those people that uses such engine terminologies without knowing what they mean, wait and watch this video to the end, as I'll be breaking down these different terminologies using 3 categories. 1, displacement or size. 2, configuration or structure. 3, performance. Now, terms like V8 are used only for internal combustion engines. What is an internal combustion engine? Simply means an engine that works through combustion. What is combustion? If you are a good chemistry student, you will know that combustion simply means the process of burning, or it's a chemical reaction whereby fuel and oxygen mix together to produce heat and energy, and sometimes light, which is fire. For this combustion to occur, these engines work in 4 stroke cycles. The first cycle is the intake stroke, whereby air and fuel enters into the cylinder. The second one, the compression stroke. This is where the piston compresses this mixture of air. The third, power stroke. This is where the combustion pushes the pistons down, producing power. And last but not the least, the exhaust stroke. This is where the burnt gases are expelled from the cylinders via the exhaust. These internal combustion engines have so many components and so many parts. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be focusing on only 2 components, which is the cylinders and the piston. The cylinders are the chambers where these 4 burns. Remember, these engines work via combustion, and combustion is burning. So the chambers where this burning occurs is called the cylinder. And then the next part of the engine, which I'm talking about, is the piston. The piston simply moves up and down in the cylinder. Now, what is the job of the piston, or what are the jobs of the piston? The jobs of the piston are: number 1, it compresses the air and fuel mixture. Number 2, it receives the force from the combustion. Number 3, it transfers that force to the other parts of the engine. Having said all that, let's dive right into these terminologies. The first category, which I said earlier, engine displacement or size. Now, when we talk engine displacement or size, we're talking about the size of the cylinder or the capacity of the cylinder. And these are usually measured in liters, or cc simply means cubic centimeters. So when you hear the engine is a 3.0 liter or the engine is a 3000 cc, this simply means that each cylinder can contain 3 liters of fuel or 3000 cubic centimeters of fuel. So the next time you hear a 4.0 liter engine, you'll know what that means. Having said that, let's move to the engine configuration. I'll be talking about 4 major engine configurations. The first one, which is the most common one, the inline or I or straight engine. Second, the second most common, which is the V engine. The third, which is the boxer or flat engine. And the fourth, which is the W engine. Now, do not be scared, do not be afraid. These different engines are named according to the way they are designed, according to the way they are structured, according to the way they are configured. I have the inline engine or the straight engine. This simply means that the engine is arranged in a straight line. The cylinders are arranged in a straight line. We have the inline 6, we have the inline 4, we have the inline 3, we have the inline 5. All these, the inline 4 means the 4 cylinders are arranged in a straight line. The inline 5 means the 5 cylinders are arranged in a straight line. The company that uses this type of engines the most, which is the company I love so much, BMW, makes use of these arrangements of engine. The advantage of this is that it has simpler designs, they are cheaper to build and maintain, and it has good fuel economy. But the only problem is that you cannot make a big engine using this design. Just imagine building an engine with 16 cylinders and you want to arrange them in a straight line. That means your hood or your bonnet will be long from here to Castina. Or I don't know. That brings us to the V engine. The same explanation I gave for the inline engine. Simply means that the engine is designed in a V-shaped manner, as the cylinders are placed in a V-shaped manner. Camry, Benz, those are cars that use this type of engines, so there's no biggie to it. The advantage of this engine is that it's more compact and it produces a lot more power than the inline engine does not produce that much power, except if you add a turbocharger or a supercharger. I will explain that later. But the disadvantage is that as it produces more power, it's more expensive to maintain, it's more complex, and we definitely consume more fuel, as you know. Then that takes us to the boxer or flat engine. These engines, the cylinders are, they are designed in a more outward manner from each other. It's like H is designed in a H-shaped manner, so to speak. Now, the advantage of this type of engines are they come with low center of gravity, so they will give you excellent handling and smooth operation. And that's why you see cars like the Porsche 911, because it uses this type of engine. You see that the handling is more second to none. You'll just enjoy driving. If you think, this is a very good type of engine. But the only thing is that it's wider, it's less compact, and it's very difficult to service. It's not that engine is not a normal engine at all. Oga, carry your scrap and be going. You are wrong and you are still making mouths. If I come down from this car, you will not like yourself. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? If I come back. And that brings us to my favorite type of engine, the W engines. The reason they are my favorite is because these are the kind of engines that are used in supercars, like hypercars. These are the kind of engines. So this W engines, basically combines V engines at a narrow angle. You know, yeah, it combines V engines at a narrow angle. They are used for exotic cars. Now these engines, they give you massive power. Like the power cannot be compared to any other kind of engine, and they have like they are compact because of the number of cylinders they are packing. You understand? But the disadvantage is that with great power comes great responsibility. As it comes with so much power, you know it will be expensive to maintain, very expensive to build as well. And we have cars like Bugatti Chiron, Bentley, and the likes. Those are the kind of cars that use this type of engine. So then having such performance. When we're talking about performance, talk about I'll be talking about two major factors: the horsepower and the torque. First of all, horsepower. When you hear horsepower, does not mean that there's a horse in the engine that's dragging the car. No, it simply means how quickly an engine can do work, or it's like this the speed of the engine, basically the speed and the top end power as horsepower for you. So the more the horsepower, the faster acceleration at high speed, then the higher the top speed and basically better performance around. Then when you hear torque is that initial jolt, that initial acceleration or pushes the car. You understand? So it's like jump starting. It's what jump starts, so to speak, the car. You know, so horsepower is the speed at a longer period. Then torque is the initial speed or acceleration of the car. When your car has like a higher torque, it gives you stronger acceleration. It gives you heat. It makes it easier for you to climb hills. Then it gives you better towing ability and more effortless overtaking. So if you be guy when you like to the overtake, you will go for a higher torque. Okay. So because I'm a good person, I'm going to be giving you guys an extra category. And this category is how air enters into this combustion engine. Remember, air is an important part of combustion. Air or oxygen is an important part of so how does air enter into this combustion engine? So there are three different type of engines based on that factor. We have the naturally aspirated engines. So these are like engines that draw air naturally. They don't use any help. They don't use any means. Just natural. Hence the name naturally aspirated. So these engines they offer smooth delivery and they are simpler and more reliable as for that. And then we have the turbocharger. So the turbocharger is simply powered by exhaust gas. You know, all those gases that escape to the exhaust. Yeah, that's what powers the turbocharger. While on the other hand, we have the supercharger is driven by the engine via a crankshaft and a belt. Both the supercharger and the turbocharger, they both force extra air into the cylinders, which gives extra performance. The thing is that the turbocharger it takes more time to respond because it works like a turbine. It has to generate first, whereas on the other hand, the supercharger is just instant transmission. So these two they give you more power. You understand? So they can give you more power for a smaller engine, more power. So you can see an engine like the same size of engine for a turbocharger and for a naturally aspirated engine. You see that the turbocharger is way faster than its counterparts. You understand? So that's why you can see an ordinary V6 engine will competing with an inline 4 engine, that's an i4 engine, just because the turbocharger was added to the i4. See this one, see what this one is driving. See what this one is driving. If you don't know how to drive, you go and park your car in your house or you pull in now. So next time when you hear something like a 3.0 liter twin turbo V6 engine producing 450 horsepower with 470 pound-feet of torque, you know exactly what that means. So you're welcome. Don't worry, don't mention. Anyways, I've come to the end of this video, and as you already know, this video was proudly sponsored by BMW. Allegedly, BMW, hit me up. Let's work together.